Welcome to another insightful episode of the Property Show, keeping abreast of evolving trends in the world of real estate. The time has come for us to embrace decent, affordable housing opportunities. Lined up later on this show, the accessory spot on why less is more when it comes to home decor. A conversation with ISK on policies that will drive their decent, affordable housing agenda.
Affordability is a question of disposable income.
And do's and don'ts from a homeowner's perspective.
Even if your dream is to own a house in Karen or Rwanda, start where you can afford.
You know the drill. Facebook and Twitter pages are where this conversation is going on. Questions, comments, and insights are much welcome. Let's get started. As always, there is something for everyone. So what is decent, affordable housing, you may ask? These are fairly priced units built to cater for the lower and middle income segment in an environment that allows the communities to flourish. Though the definition for decent, affordable housing is relative to many, we can all agree that it should provide all the basic amenities: electricity, water, sewer lines, accessible roads. Generally, all the infrastructure should be in place. Today, many developers are working to make this dream a reality. Let's explore some affordable projects available in the market. Welcome as we make our way to a gated estate in the fast-growing Athi River town, Caribou Homes. These 1, 2, and 3 bedroom standard and superior apartments are built with modern family in mind, in an environment that allows children to flourish. This community enjoys a health clinic, playgrounds, basketball courts, recreational open spaces, and the list continues. Let's see what they have to offer.
Caribou Homes is located on the banks of Athi River, just 1 kilometer from Mombasa Road, in an attractive yet serene setting by the river, just 25 minutes from Nairobi's Nyayo Stadium. The Athi Homes have standard finishes with common features including open-plan living room and dining area, steel casement windows and brass curtain fittings, kitchen with inbuilt cupboards and an adjacent utility area with Dobby sink, master bedroom ensuite and other bedrooms share a tiled bathroom, built-in wardrobes and enhanced finishes. The Tana Homes have superior finishes with common features such as attractive open-plan living and dining room, kitchen and utility area, ceramic tile floors, steel casement windows and master bedroom ensuite, separate shared tiled bathroom and shower, built-in wardrobes, and enhanced finishes.
With a monthly payment of 40,000 Kenya shillings, Caribou Homes can work out a plan and you could be the next homeowner in town. Just like that. How affordable. Moving on, location is becoming one way of solving the urban congestion nightmare. Next, Gala Terraces, an affordable project nestled away from the hustle of the city. Let's see these exquisite 2-bedroom apartments.
Keaton Gala Terraces is situated within Keaton Gala town, just 180 meters from Namanga Road, turn off at Engine Petrol Station on Pinto Road. Keaton Gala Terraces is a development designed ideally for exclusive and comfortable living and comprises of 40 exquisite two-bedroom apartments set amidst tranquil environment in Milimani area, Keaton Gala, with the access road right opposite the Nairobi Women's Hospital. Accommodation includes lounge with balcony, large windows bringing natural light, dining area, open plan kitchen with granite worktops, Adobe area, state-of-the-art finishes with attention to detail, visitors cloakroom and master bedroom ensuite. Salient features include perimeter wall with electric fencing and a guardhouse, ample parking space and adequate visitors parking, Caribou paved walkways, solar water heating and borehole.
Still in the outskirts of Nairobi, we head to Best Homes, located in Syokimau. This 1, 2 and 3 bedroom project neighbors the airport and train station. Let's check them out.
Best Homes Apartments is located in Syokimau along Longview Access Road, 300 meters off Mombasa Road. This exquisite development consists of 1, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments with state-of-the-art finishes. Accommodation features include spacious lounge cum dining area with balcony, modern fixed kitchen, pantry, Adobe area, master bedroom ensuite. Salient features include perimeter wall with electric fence, guardhouse, ample parking, borehole, adequate water storage facilities, solar water heater, CCTV cameras, and standby generator.
To be in close proximity to such high level of infrastructure and have an exquisite, high-quality living space without the need to break a bank is simply the best. Our final stop takes us to Thika, Flame Tree Park. These 3-bedroom apartments are set on a beautiful 10-acre property. The project is designed with a self-contained guest unit, which can be converted to an additional bedroom for extra income. Let's find out more.
Flame Tree Park is located off Thika-Garissa Highway next to Makongeni Police Station in Thika. The development is a 45-minute drive from Nairobi Central Business District via the Nairobi-Thika Superhighway. Accommodation includes spacious lounge with bay windows, open plan kitchen with granite countertops, 2-bedrooms share a common bathroom, guest unit ensuite, utility area, built-in wardrobes and built-in ports for DSTV. Salient features include perimeter wall with electric fencing, overhead tanks, landscape gardens, Caribou-paved roads, ample parking, street lighting, rainwater harvesting, and commercial center.
You can view all these affordable properties and more in our First Avenue offices. We arrange private viewing too. Next, the expert segment. Earlier this week, we caught up with the ISK chair who shared insights on policies that will drive the decent, affordable housing agenda. Let's listen in.
On financing, we need to be creative in availing finance at an affordable cost for both the developer and the buyer. So the traditional appraisal mechanism, especially for the buyer, we have to look at the entire income. Many Kenyans have other income apart from formal income. But when you go for appraisal, they look at your formal income only, the payslip, as they say. We need to look at how do we take care of the other incomes that people have that will help them access affordable housing. Two, we need to look at our approval processes and procedures to ensure they are efficient, to ensure the contractors are able to commence work as soon as possible, and they are able to deliver on time. Three, which is linked to our processes, is cut down on bureaucracy, both in government, private sector. Keep it simple. I think keep process simple for everybody. Government policy that encourages investments in affordable housing. One, we are focused so much on buying, on ownership, but we should also look at leasing, that the population can access good quality homes through the rental market. What proportion of affordable homes would be in the rental market? We can also have a tenant purchase scheme whereby other groups, they may not afford the commercial loans to get financing to purchase a home, but through the tenant purchase scheme, they are able to own their home. And as I mentioned, not everybody wants to own. What do we give them under the rental scheme? We have also heavily focused on urban areas. 30% or so of Kenya is urbanized, but the other population needs good quality, decent homes. How do we ensure they get a decent house even when they are outside the main urban areas? So one, you could do that through promoting self-building. How does the government encourage people to build homes on their own? The other aspect we need to look at is educating the masses on innovation and new ways of building and technology. I think National Housing Corporation has been spearheading that, and we need to educate Kenyans that it's not a must that you have brick and mortar to have a permanent house that is functional, that meets your needs. Professionals in the land and property sector play a key role in delivering affordable housing. One, most of the professionals are trained in housing. We need to engage professionals in first developing a workable plan. I think we have limited ourselves to a 5-year plan, a short-term plan. To deliver housing is more long-term. I would look at it in terms of is a 20-40 plan that we have everybody accessing decent, affordable housing. So one, we may need to spend a bit of time and money developing a policy and a framework with the help of the professionals in housing. The land economists, which I'm one of them, can offer very good insights in how we can develop plans. The University of Nairobi for a long time had a department in housing research and building. It used to be called HABRI, Housing and Built Environment Research. We need to empower more research in housing, and that is where professionals are able to inform policy through research. Secondly, professionals in practice are able to tap in to the global trends in delivering affordable housing.
Next, the accessory spot on why less is more when it comes to home decor.
Resisting the urge to fill up every space can be the most powerful design tool. Space in a house enhances positive elements with a clear focus, creating a subconscious sense of visual comfort and harmony. There are key features of space that you can incorporate in a house to create an airy and spacious aesthetic. They include the long view. This eliminates distractions from an outstanding feature and enhances its effect. Standing back and viewing a room from where it's most frequently seen can often reveal how to highlight something you'd like to show off, like striking furniture pieces, a pendant light, or chandelier, without being interrupted by any objects around them. Air above kitchen cabinets. Utilizing all kitchen storage leads to overfilled spaces and the impression of clutter. Leaving the upper parts of your cabinetry as negative space and using the lower parts for storage can give your kitchen breathing space and enhance other features in the room. Windows with less. Leaving the windows bare allows the fabulous decorated wall to do the talking. Effective tweaks include some breathing space in a display cabinet, such as leaving an occasional compartment or shelf empty, which will draw attention to the pieces you want noticed. Working space into your home doesn't mean that you have to rearrange all your furniture. Small changes can have a surprising effect.
The accessory spot is the segment where we share tips on how to make your space beautiful. If you're looking for decor solutions for your home, just drop us a line on our social media platforms and we'll make it happen. Are you looking for other investments across the region? Rwanda, the fastest growing economy in Africa, is knocking with investment opportunities.
The Rwandan real estate market has been growing exponentially over the past several years. As a matter of fact, we have a growth estimated at about 20%. We do have an increasing appetite for property investors. That's whether it's individuals buying homes or companies developing commercial properties for letting, or developers doing residential properties for sale. So we have seen a huge appetite on that side. We've also seen a very, very huge appetite over the last few years from banks and other financial institutions, private equity funds, mezzanine capital, and different other players who are very keen on investing and financing different properties. The other thing I can talk about the Rwandan property space as well is the gaps and opportunities that are there at the moment. We still have a huge shortage of affordable housing units where, literally everything that's put onto the market is snapped up. In the middle income housing as well, that space is also largely underserved. Industrial as well, and quality, what we call grade A offices out of the CBD is also another area that is still untapped. The other opportunity is around selling of serviced plots, because that's still a very huge gap. The Rwandan apartment culture is still relatively nascent, which therefore means that a lot of the people would still prefer to build their own homes in their own plots. And that creates an opportunity, because if you're able to get a large chunk of land and subdivide it into plots and then provide the required services, that also has presented a huge opportunity. The other one that we are seeing is in shopping centers, because the retail market in Kigali is almost non-existent. It is still very, very small, and yet the number of regional and international retail brands that are knocking on Kigali's doors are very many, and some have already set up shop in Kigali, but they are not spoiled for choice when it comes to the variety of shopping centers that they can open their outlets into. That is also another area that is hugely untapped.
Let's hear more on what's available in Rwanda.
We have quite a number of projects. Primarily what has brought us here in Kenya is residential projects. So we have come here with 5 different projects. One of them is Vision City. Vision City is a residential project. It's going to be phased out in 2 phases. The first phase of 500 homes are already ready. People are staying in the units as we speak right now. Vision City has different typologies. We have villas, semi-detached villas, we have townhouses, we have apartments from 2 to 4 bedroom units. Another project that we have brought is Century Park, located in a location called Nyarutarama. If I could give you a comparison, Nyarutarama is like your Karen here in Nairobi. So it's a high-end development with amazing amenities. The same development will host a boutique hotel. We have a lounge, we have a bistro and bar. It's located close to the one and only golf course that we have in Kigali. So Century Park, we are selling a lifestyle. We have apartments and villas predominantly. Another project that we have come with is the Residence. The Residence is also located in the same location of Nyarutarama. They're bringing into our market something new that we are not used to really in the market. They're bringing 1 and 2 bedroom villas. So the catch here is the typology that they're bringing in. You can imagine a 1 or 2 bedroom villa with a swimming pool. But considering the location, we think they'll do quite well. So the developer is Opulent Group. These are hoteliers based in Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, and we'll be breaking ground in the next 1 month. Another project that we're coming in is Savannah Creek. Savannah Creek, also located in Nyarutarama. The story behind Savannah Creek is the current location where the developer is going to put up these units is a slum. So what is happening right now is the government has gone into partnership with the developer and given land to the developer so that the developer can build for the same people in the slum and phase them out and move them to the slum. So they will be breaking ground in June next year. They have apartments and villas. Another last project that we have is Izuba City. Izuba City also, it's an apartment project. Again, looking at around close to 300 units. They have phased it out as well. Right now we have 64 units that are ready. They have 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms, and 3 bedrooms. Like any other development, the incentives are there usually. We have early bird prices. You know, when someone comes to a project at an early stage, it becomes even easier for them to process their payment plan. So you can go in and strike in a deal of maybe paying in a 12-month period, 18-month period. So the incentives are really there. Just coming back to a partnership that we have with KCB, is we're also coming in with KCB because at the end of the day they are offering the mortgage, they're offering the financing, which is a very crucial point at this stage because anybody needs financing. So we are putting up a more of a one-stop shop to come to you, a buyer, and say, hey, buyer, this is what we have in the market, this is what KCB is offering, these are the benefits. Let's get it going.
The Property News is the perfect platform to cover groundbreaking events, open days, product launches, as well as expos. Just give us a call and we'll make it happen. We are taking a short break. Still ahead, do's and don'ts from a homeowner's perspective. Telkom, connecting fast, efficient and reliable fiber to commercial buildings, and much, much more. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Dorman is a professional company. We are very committed to make sure we have the best coffee, the best quality out there in the market. Everything in Dorman has been digitized. The most important thing to Dorman as a company is the stability of service. A secure and a reliable network with no downtime is what we require as a company. And that is exactly what Telkom has delivered to us. Telkom Enterprise puts the enter in enterprise.
Telkom Enterprise, enhancing business growth.
Welcome back. You're watching The Property Show. Next, insights on fiber to commercial building solutions with Telkom.
All the towns with commercial buildings, we have an initiative to connect them with fiber, just to get to the next level of connectivity. In the whole country actually, but a large percentage of that is Nairobi. So all buildings in the CBD, we have an initiative to connect them. All buildings in surroundings, so we say the Westlands area, could be Embakasi, could be Upper Hill, could be maybe a bit further out, the Naivashas, the Nakurus, Eldoret, Kisumu. It's a daunting task. Fortunately, Telkom has a very large footprint, and the network is very wide. But it's the only way forward. We want to move our products from voice to data, and this is how to do it. The benefits of having Telkom in your building are, one, we have voice and data products, and they can both travel down our fiber connection to your building. So if you had an old PSTN number, or you need a new voice number, or you need fixed, fast internet over fiber, all these services can come to you over the fiber. You can also connect all your branches to your office via fiber. So wherever they are in the country or in the world, we can bring all those connections to you on fast, efficient, reliable fiber. We connect all the major malls because obviously they have banks, they have businesses, they have shops. All these are our customers. So most likely if you name any mall in Kenya, we have a fiber connection to that mall. Once the mall is fibered, we get to speak to the individual clients within the mall and connect them one by one. They're all very happy, and for 3 reasons. It's fast, it's reliable, and it can grow at the touch of a button. I would recommend Telkom because, one, they have the largest amount of bandwidth, and half of it is unused. So you will never have a problem of quality. The fiber is new, so it's reliable, and they are taking their time to make sure their customer gets the best customer service. So they have reinvented themselves, and making sure you are always taken care of. Now, the way to acquire this service is go to one of our shops or use one of our channels to get in touch with us, either through yourselves as Nancy Property Show or website or any method. Call us. We will then come and do a survey and give you the connection you need. Once you have the internet and the voice connected, Telkom has a whole host of products they can add on. So I would say security, backup, disaster recovery. So at the end of the day, we will come in and give you all these other beautiful solutions. What I would say is Telkom will grow with you and move with you.
Visit any Telkom outlet countrywide and get connected. One of the frequent asked questions on home ownership has always been how to begin. We speak to yet another homeowner on the do's and don'ts before embarking on this exciting journey.
Monique is actually a daughter of a very loving mother who's brought me up to who I am today. Also, my late father, who passed on around 7 years back. May the Lord rest his soul in peace. And in addition to that, I'm a Christian, yeah? And I've been brought up in a Christian background, and I also give thanks and praise to my mother for bringing me up in that way. Right now, I work for myself, having worked for various organizations. I'm in HR, I do training, and I'm also a coach. Ever since I was a child, I dreamt of owning my own home. In fact, I remember one of the things I used to look at in the newspapers is that house to buy and house to let. But for me, I used to mainly go to the house to buy because I always had this passion and had this desire. And one day I'd love to own my own home. And my parents used to encourage me. And finally, it came to pass. I first started by looking at how much I'd require. Yeah? You know, in Kenya, houses are expensive. In fact, I remember my first call in looking for a house was to look for a mortgage. Yeah? Then mortgages were very expensive. In fact, I remember the first time mortgages were going at 26%. And I thought, I can't afford. So I went back to myself. I'm what I would call a frugal person when it comes to financial management. So I started saving. And I was saving to buy my house cash. But how I did it, then it was an organization called Sasanet. I don't know if you ever remember. I didn't think it was a pyramid scheme. And I was saving with Sasanet towards owning my home. And I remember losing close to 1 million Kenya shillings. And I thought to myself, what? But I took a step back. I told myself, it's not the end of the journey. I have to start all over again, and I did. But then I got to work for this organization that provided staff with mortgage facilities at an affordable rate. And I thought to myself, this is my opportunity. I shouldn't let this pass. So I applied for a mortgage. Having gone round, that was a process. But I remember a colleague of mine asking me, Monique, what exactly do you want? At first, I didn't have an idea. You know, there are these very nice apartments that are coming up. There are very nice houses that are coming up. But for me, what was key is the environment. Yeah? There are beautiful apartments coming up, but I love the environment. I love trees, I love nature, I love flowers, you know, the things that they take you back to nature. So that's what guided me. So I moved from a particular area because I looked, those areas didn't have the nature that I was looking for, and eventually I settled to a place where it was beautiful. In fact, when I entered that place, I knew this is it. But notwithstanding, of course, I also had to look at the finances. Yeah, I looked at the costs. Initially, I could not afford, even though I had the facilities. But remember, I'd started saving towards owning my house. So what I considered is, how can I dispose some of these investments and put up the deposit, and that's how it began. So I initially started by putting a deposit, then thereafter I then applied for the mortgage. Of course, many of us, when we are buying property, we do not understand the hidden costs. For example, legal fees, the stamp duty, valuation fees. You know, there were quite a number of fees which at first threw me back. But like I've said, one of my anchor is my mom. I remember I went back to my mom, but this time Dad had already gone to be the Lord. I went back to my mom and we sat and asked ourselves, how do we meet these costs? So we looked at some of the properties we had and we thought we could sell. Because I thought to myself also, I don't want that financial burden. As the Bible tells us, a borrower is a slave to the lender. So as much as I had that opportunity, I told myself, how can I reduce my liability in a way that I'm not a slave to the lender? And that's how I took care of the hidden costs. For a start, you know, for ladies, I love cooking. That's one of the areas that I enjoy doing. So for sure, the kitchen is one of my favorite. The second place that's my favorite is my bedroom. Yeah, I like my space, and I retreat a lot to my room. Mention I'm a Christian, that's where I pray. I also journal a lot. I like waking up in the morning or late at night before I sleep. I tend to journal my thoughts, my prayers, the things I've learned, the things I've picked. So that's my other favorite room. For me, there's something I didn't mention that nearly cost me a lot of money. I thought, remember that aspect of being a frugal spender, I made a mistake of using the same lawyer with the seller. And today I tell people, if you are willing to spend so much, then spend that little extra to engage your own lawyer. Because there's something that did not go right in the initial stages of purchasing the property, and it nearly cost me a lot. Yeah? And when I went back to the lawyer, of course, the lawyer would be on the seller's side. But what I did, I just sat down both with the developer and the lawyer, and we were able to come up with a win-win situation. So for me, those are some of the things I would do differently. I'd use my own lawyer. One thing I tell young people, right now there's a group of young people that partnered with. They have a vision to bring a difference to other young people. And one of the things I tell them, it's never too early to plan. And one of the things I'm encouraging the group that I'm training right now, they need to start saving now. Yeah? I know in Kenya, when you're young, the first thing you want to buy is a car. And I tell people, it's not a bad idea, but I keep reminding them, a car is not an asset, a car is a liability. Well, in some situations, you could regard it as an asset, especially if it works towards enhancing your income, but in totality, it's a liability. So I tell them, start saving now. And then number two, we have this culture in Kenya of getting rich quick. Yeah, that rich quick mentality. And I tell them, start small. Yeah. Even if your dream is to own a house in Karen or Rwanda, start where you can afford. Because the beauty with property, it always appreciates.
Rule of the thumb, your own legal representation when purchasing a home is not an option. Next, the property gallery with affordable projects and plots available in the market.
Evergreen Valley is located 3 kilometers off the Eastern Bypass, Utawala. Evergreen Valley is a development consisting of 2 and 3 bedroom apartments and 3 bedroom maissonettes. Amenities include spacious living room, dining area, spacious kitchen with pantry area, granite countertops with spacious cabinets in the kitchen, a master ensuite bedroom, bathtub in the master bedroom, inbuilt wardrobes, and visitor's cloakroom. The salient features include electric perimeter fence, 24/7 man guard protection, CCTV at the gate, street lighting, standby generator, private garden, parking for 2, visitors parking, individual courts, children playground on each court, internet-ready houses, centralized TV point, borehole, and solar power installed. The 2-bedroom apartments are 5.2 million Kenya shillings. The 3-bedroom apartments are 7.2 million Kenya shillings. And the 3-bedroom maissonettes are 9.75 million Kenya shillings. Enkai Gardens Phase 4 consists of 1/8 acres, 1/4 acres, and 1/2 acres plots. The plots are located 7.5 kilometers from Nanyuki CBD, 900 meters off the tarmac, and 3 kilometers from Nanyuki-Nairobi Main Road. In close proximity is the famous Alpajeta Conservancy. There is also a good view of the Mount Kenya, Aberdares, and Loyaldaiga Hills. Schools in close proximity include Bridge International Academy, Braeburn Nanyuki International School, and Brickwood School. Hospitals in close proximity include Consolata Maternity and Children's Hospital and Marie Stopes Kenya Nanyuki. There is also a resort and church in close proximity. Piped water is already there and electricity within reachable area. Korompoi Springs are an 1/8 of an acre plots located 5 kilometers from the Keaton Gala Kajiado Highway. The plots are in close proximity to the KAG University, East Africa University, and Kampala International University. The project is located 2 kilometers off the tarmac road with Amaram Road paved to the plots. They are fully serviced with water and electricity is already on site. The price for cash buyers is 795,000 Kenya shillings, and there is an option of paying up to 6 months with up to 70% financed.
At First Avenue, we have a large portfolio in every price range and will be delighted to match you with the right property. We also arrange private viewing. A lot of times we wonder, when is the right time to invest in the real estate space? Let me break it down. Over the last 2 decades, the market has completely changed. Land values have skyrocketed. A whole shopping center culture has evolved across the country, and Nairobi's skyline has been completely transformed. It's a fact. Every day there is a shift, and now is always the right time to plug in. That's it for today, and thank you for watching The Property Show. This conversation continues on our Facebook and Twitter pages. Thank you once again for your feedback, and keep them coming. As always, there is something for everyone. Kwaheri.